Hey y'all. So my name's Francesca. If you're new to this channel, I started this vlog, whatever, just to share my life and the experiences that I've had in my life to just help other people. So like I said, my name's Francesca, and I'm starting this new series called It's Like This, and I hope y'all enjoy. So I've had a lot of people that have been watching me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and have noticed or taken notice that I have lost a substantial amount of weight and my physique has changed. I posted a picture on Instagram like Friday or Saturday. If you haven't seen that, go check that out on my Instagram page. It's Francesca L. Keene or Francesca Keene Fuller. I should know what it is, right? Anyways, so I've had a ton of people message me privately and ask what I'm doing, what are you eating, where are you shopping at, what workouts are you doing, where do you get your workouts from, all of those things, which I'm like so flattered by. Thank you so much, every one of you that have messaged me and asked me questions or poured into me some way, shape, form, or fashion. It means the world, more than I would ever be able to express in words. So thank you for that. So I'm gonna try and talk quick because I know people don't have a lot of time on their hands to watch videos, but I'm making this because people have asked and I'm just gonna put it out there. So last year in May of 2019, I committed to doing the local, the town that I live in, the local Biggest Loser challenge with my mother-in-law. And ever since then I have just stayed committed in making healthier choices, making smarter choices, drinking lots of water. Everybody that I have surrounded myself with around in the fitness world tells you to drink your body weight, half of your body weight in ounces. So at the time that I started the Biggest Loser, I was like a little over, like I was like 211, I think, 211 pounds. And so I just was consuming 100 ounces or more of water a day. And I still do that every day. Got my water. This says 24 ounces in this line, so I fill it all the way up another ounce, so this holds 25 ounces. So I drink 4 of these in a day. That's something that I have done from day one. Another thing, I cut out soda. I haven't had a soda since January of 2018. And I always tell people that come to me and ask me about weight loss or whatever advice, I always tell them you could literally lose 10 pounds just by switching whatever you're drinking to water. Like if you drink sodas, just stop drinking sodas and drink water. If you're a tea drinker, stop drinking sweet tea and drink water or unsweet tea. And I mean, I know it's easier said than done. I know that, but that is something that I have done. So I committed to that challenge in 2019, and just ever since then I have just kept going. I keep looking down because I have notes because I didn't want to forget anything or you know how I get squirrel. But I've cut a lot of things out. Like I said, I've cut soda out. I stopped eating out as much. I always have food with me. I always have something to eat with me, and if I don't, then I am so mad at myself because I usually I make really poor decisions on those days. So yeah, so mainly with the food and eating, my main focus this entire time has been around 80-20 or 90-10. Anytime I'm making these videos, I'm in a parking lot, and so there's always people. Anyways, so my diet, and when I say the word diet, I mean my daily intake of food, not some special diet that I have done. So my diet, I really have just focused 80-20 or 90-10, meaning 80 to 90% of the food that I am putting into my body is clean, real, whole foods that are going to give me energy, and help my metabolism stay up. The other 20 to 10% is not so clean, not so healthy foods, you know, because I do still allow, like today I ate Girl Scout cookies. But so like I limited myself on that. So that's something that I've learned in this like 80-20, 90-10 living. Like if you know that you're going to be around something, or like I didn't know that I was going to get my Girl Scout cookies today, but then I got the message and I was like, well, I know I'm going to want to eat some. And so I've ate really clean all day long, and I will eat really clean the rest of the day. Like I won't allow for anything else unclean or bad in my diet for the rest of the day because I ate Girl Scout cookies. Anyways, so 80-20, 90-10 is like the only thing that I have been doing. And then working out some, but not like 20-20. I just started that, so like consistently. But get moving around. Like you don't have to necessarily be working out all the time, but I do move around a lot. And I'm gonna talk more about that in a little bit. But so the first thing that I really want to say made the biggest difference for me in this whole process was getting my mind in a good place. So you cannot go into something like a lifestyle change, and this is what this was for me, and like if you're wanting something like that, you cannot go into that doing it for another person, or just your mental state has to be in a good place, and your why behind what you're doing has to be so big, it has to drive you on those moments when you don't necessarily want to do it, you know. So your brain, you just like, it takes time too, like the mental prep and the mental strength to do something like this. It takes time and it takes a lot of work, but you really have to get your mind in a good place before you can, you know, take on something this big. And it is big because it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. So, but really the first thing really, guys, is you have to be enough for yourself. At the end of the day, you have to be enough for yourself. First, like that's the first thing, you have to be enough for yourself first. So the moment that you accept responsibility for everything in your life is the moment that you gain the power to change anything in your life. And I talk a lot about this. Like I talk a lot about how I pulled myself out of a deep, dark place. I took responsibility for that, and I took action on that. And so like the moment that you accept the responsibility for everything in your life, if you're overweight, if the food in your house isn't clean or healthy, you know, like I could go on and on. You have to accept responsibility for that, and you yourself are going to have to change that. Once you got that and you're in a good mental place, you can make anything happen, like truly. So before I move any further, I just want to say that I'm not a doctor, not a dietitian. I am not a personal trainer. I did not go to school to learn about how foods affect the body, all of those things. And all of that to say, like, because this is on YouTube and it is public, and so anybody is going to be able to watch it. And I just know that there are people out there that may say like, oh, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about because blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not a doctor or whatever. I'm just sharing like what has worked for me specifically. So yeah, in order for you to make a change, you're going to have to assume responsibility, and then you're going to have to get your mind in the right place, and then you're going to have to take action. So how did I get into a good mental place? So I could make a whole video on this, but I made time for myself alone so that I could think about what I wanted and how I was going to do it. I woke up earlier, and I still do that. Like I wake up before my family just so I can have time to myself. Learn about who you truly are. So there are tons of stuff on the internet, personality quizzes, strength finder test, do all of the things that you can get your hands on, because we're in this world of like looking at everybody else on social media, and so it can be challenging to like know who you truly are as a person, and you need to know that in order to be in a good, healthy mental place. So find out who you are, take some personality tests, take some strength finder tests, and then like work in that. Affirm yourself on a daily basis. So I started by like writing stuff around the house, like where I would know that I was going to see it. Just affirmations. You can Google affirmations if you don't know what I'm talking about. Get on Pinterest, affirmations. Do that. Find out what triggers you, and then like stay away from that. Find out your limitations and set boundaries. Those are all the things that I did to like get myself in a good mental place. Once you have that down, accept that whatever you're working for is not going to happen overnight. Like the picture on Instagram, y'all, the first picture I took in September, October, November, December, January, February. That was 6 months ago. Just in 6 months, my body has changed a lot. But the problem is, a lot of you watching this aren't going that far. You're stopping before you even get to that threshold of seeing the difference, of seeing the change. And another thing, like if you are in this world of like trying to get healthier stuff, take the before picture. Yes, it sucks. It is horrible to look at your body like that. Even if you're never going to share it with anybody else, take it for you, so that in 6 months, in 4 months, in a year, whatever, you can take another picture and you can put them side by side and you can just be like, because that's how my face was, y'all. I had no idea that my body was going to be that different. I've just been like doing all this stuff, and then I put them side by side and I was like, oh my gosh. So take the before picture. Except it won't happen overnight. Like, y'all, the weight didn't show up there overnight, so obviously it's not going to go away overnight, and it's going to go away a lot slower, honestly. Be okay with failure and setbacks, because you're going to fail and you're going to have setbacks. The thing with that is, don't stop. Even if you fail or have a setback or whatever, like me eating Girl Scout cookies, there are some people out there watching this that would have been like, oh, well, I ate Girl Scout cookies, I've just like blown the day away. No, one poor decision does not dictate how the rest of your life is going to go. You just have to be conscious, and like me, like I was conscious and I said, I know I'm going to eat some Girl Scout cookies, so I'm going to eat really clean the first part of the day. I'm going to allow this yummy goodness, and then the rest of the day I'm going to not eat any, I'm just going to be clean. Eat clean. All the things, like food that I cook, workouts that I do, the healthy mind tricks, affirmations, all of that stuff, I've literally gotten off the internet for free. So you can go to Google and type in, how do I blah, 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 like whatever it is. What are simple recipes, healthy, simple recipes? Pinterest is my best friend. Google and Pinterest. Like, I got everything that I have done off of those two platforms, because you can literally like type into Google any question, anything, press enter, and a dozen or more things are going to pop up. And you can just click and read about whatever, learn about whatever. So yeah. So a lot of people watching this may think, oh, well, she's just repeating stuff. Exactly. Like, I want to reiterate that, because you can go do the same thing. You can Google and Pinterest, whatever. Already said that. Blah. Winners make a habit. My voice kind of squeaked. Winners make a habit out of doing the things that losers don't want to. I found that, and like, it's so true. So like all the things that I have been doing, I've just kept doing them. You've done them, you just haven't kept doing them. You've stopped at a certain point because you didn't see the results quick enough. Like, it takes time, and you just, every day you have to be consistent with what you're doing. I really want to talk about lifestyle change versus a fad. So I harp a lot on like no pills, no special drinks, nothing like this. In the past almost 11 months, because it's been almost 11 months now, I have not taken any kind of supplement, any kind of like special pill, no like teas or drinks to help me lose weight or anything like that. I've literally like ate whole foods, ate real foods, cooked at home, found healthier substitutions for things. The kind of supplements I take are like vitamin D and magnesium, you know, like vitamins, not like a special pill to help you lose weight, right? So yeah, and I put this, you cannot outwork a bad diet. So like no matter how much you work out, it's not going to matter, because 75 to 85% of what you eat is the reason why you weigh what you weigh. If you can accept that, your life can change. Find simple foods to cook that you like and get used to eating them on a regular basis. Something that really helped me in this process is I had to think about this. Like, our bodies were not made to survive and thrive in a fast food world. Like, it just wasn't. God literally made the first set of people and set them free in a garden. A garden. Okay? So just let that sink in. Learn to cook at home. Eat real foods. Eat whole foods. Fresh fruits. Fresh vegetables. Go inside. I'll be in there in a minute. Okay. Sorry, my friend Crystal's here to eat coffee or drink coffee. This is easier said than done, like the eating the real food, eating, you know, whatever. And this, it's easier said than done, but like this is really where Whole30 has helped me. Whole30 is meant to teach you to cook at home, to eat real food, to eat whole foods, and it also helps teach like your body. It like resets its hunger and satisfaction cues. So that's why I love Whole30. It's not for everybody, and it takes a lot of mental prep to be successful at a Whole30, but it teaches you so much about your body. The amount of mental preparation to be successful in a lifestyle change is so wildly underestimated. Like, your brain has to be so strong in order to be successful in maintaining this for life. I highly recommend reading the book Food Freedom Forever. Melissa Hartwig Urban, she's the creator of Whole30, but she wrote that book and it is life-changing. Really though, realizing there is no right or wrong way to do this life in general, but there's really no right or wrong way in losing weight or getting healthy. Every one of us is different. We all have different DNA. We're all made different, and so we all need different things that are going to work for us. Sure, some of the things may line up and be similar, but what I'm doing or whatever may not work for you. That's why you need to figure out what works for you. So start a food journal. If you can't do Whole30, like if you're just mentally not there, start a food journal. And everything you eat, log it, and then log how it makes you feel. Log how it affects your body. That will teach you what foods can and will fuel your body the best. Again, Whole30 has helped me so much with that. Like, I've learned so much about my body by doing Whole30. And the last thing I really can say that has made a huge impact is how much my body can actually move around during the day. So this idea really started with my cousin Mandy. She's a fitness coach, and she always does these bathroom squat challenges. So like, I'm on a group on Facebook, and she'll post like bathroom squat challenge, and essentially all you're doing is you're squatting 10 times every time you go to the bathroom. And so that got me thinking, and so now I literally incorporate exercises or extra movements into my day all day long. So if I'm cooking, I'm doing like some type of leg lifts, squats. If I go to the bathroom, I'm either doing squats or like side standing crunches. In the morning times, I'll typically like lean over on my countertops and do, you know, like girl push-ups. But yeah, so like literally I just move around all day long. I have 2 kids, and so I do walk with them and stuff a lot, but like just incorporate movements into your day. So if you're going to go to the bathroom, we all like pee and poop. So like every time you go to the bathroom, do 10 squats a day, and like change that up. If you don't want to do squats every day, do push-ups on the counter, or, you know, side crunch, you know, whatever. Find something that you can do in your daily schedule and get moving. A lot of you sit at desk at work. How can you get moving at your desk? You don't necessarily have to sit down in your chair the whole time, do you? You could like set a timer and, you know, like every 30 minutes get up and do 10 squats or 10 jumping jacks, or, you know, whatever. Get on your floor and do 10 push-ups. Like whatever it is, just do it. And do it consistently, like every single day. Incorporate different movements into you, because I mean, like, that's what I've done. Y'all have asked, and that's what I've done. And this year I started doing yoga and Pilates in the morning times. Not every day, way more consistent. Like, I'm like 5 to 6 times a week. I really want to do every day, but I'm not there yet. Move around as much as possible. So it's like this. If you want to lose weight, get healthy, whatever, stop making excuses. Get your mind in the right place to do the things that you want to do. Set your goals, make a plan, and then get to work. It's that, yeah, just that simple. Eat real food, eat whole foods, drink water all day long, y'all. Never leave home without food. Always be prepared. Because if you're not, then you know you're going to fail. Like, you know you're going to go eat some bad food at some fast food restaurant. So always, always, always have food with you. It's not going to happen overnight. Consistency is key. Progress over perfection. Every small action will add up. Like, it really will. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the subscribe button, and there will be more. There will be more coming. Remember, we're all in this together, and just be kind.